War family, it's your man Ike Jones. I got my guy Mike G in here today with me. We are talking fantasy basketball. PrizePicks.com is the place to go for your daily fantasy. Today, Auburn versus Ole Miss. You know what's going down, man. We are going to go play the Rebels today. Let's see how our guys do. Y'all ready to get into this thing? I know you are. Let's do it. All right, we're going to get into today's game in just a minute, but before we get too far into that, y'all know we got to look back at what happened last game. Prize Picks, we got our first dub of the season on the board. 2 of the 3 picks on the flex play came true. Our guy KD put up quite a few three-pointers, didn't make enough for us, but Jabari Smith, my guy.
25-point game. It was an epic performance.
Man, he came and did his thing. Road trip to Tuscaloosa. He came out firing, all guns blazing. He made sure to get us that. I think it was 14 and a half we had to get for that.
14 and a half. And he put it to bed early. He put it to bed in the first half.
Yeah, we definitely were able to get that done pretty easily. The other one, you know, I was worried about for a minute whether or not Shackelford was even going to go to the free throw line, but he did go to the free throw line a couple of times late to go ahead and put a couple on the board for us there. So we did get the flex play, weren't able to get the full 3 play on that one, but not bad for our first win of the season on the flex play. How you feeling about it so far, Mike?
Oh, man, listen, it was a good pick. Shackelford had me worried late in the game. I was watching because he didn't go through the free throw a single time through 3 quarters. So it was a little relieving to see him go to the free throw line there at the end. But Jabari was a solid pick. Wendell Green was our third option. He came up 1 3-pointer short of
KD Johnson.
KD Johnson. I'm sorry. KD Johnson was the third option. He came up 1 3-pointer short of filling out the card there. So let's see what we can do this time.
All right. Well, let's get into today's game. So we're going to go take a look at what props are available for the Auburn game today. Quite a few options here for us to go through in Auburn land. Actually, let's start with Mississippi because, you know, Ole Miss, you know, we don't really care too much about what they do, but we do have to put somebody on the card from some other team. So we have to look at Ole Miss. We got Nasir Brooks in here, 9.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, and a 27.1 fantasy score. You know, I took a look at some of his stat lines. I didn't get an opportunity to watch much film on him. He does seem like a guy that's aggressive towards the boards. So I think I am going to go with him on rebounds here and see what we can do to do against him on the glass here. I think I'm going to take the rebounds. The point situation is a little suspect because though he does average right around this per game, I think our interior defense is going to be pretty. Let me just say this. I look for a bounce back game for Walker Kessler today. And this is who he's going to be matched up against. If he doesn't get in foul trouble, it's going to be difficult for Mr. Brooks to get points today because I think he is going to be ready to erase some shots today. And because I think Walker Kessler is going to be so aggressive towards shot blocking, I do think that that's going to leave the glass open a little bit. So I'm going to go for Nasir Brooks here on the rebounds. What are you feeling about that pick?
I'm feeling the under on this one.
Under, okay.
I'm feeling the under on this one. I think Auburn crashes the boards here, limits Mr. Brooks. I mean, his average is right at rebounds 8.6 per game.
Right.
So this could go either way. I'm feeling the under today against the Auburn Tigers.
All right, well, let's take a look at the Auburn side of things. We've got an Ole Miss player there for the rebounds. Let's look at what we've got available for Auburn. We've got Jabari Smith here on points, 14 and a half once again there, 6 boards for him, a 33.2 fantasy score. One of these days, I'm going to dive into this fantasy score and see if we can get some of those props going for fantasy score. We haven't taken a fantasy score yet on our card, but that will be coming. I don't think today is going to be the day, but it will be coming. We got free throws made. Jabari Smith, he only needs to make 3. That feels like a pretty safe bet that he's going to go to the line more than 3 times, or he's going to take more than 3 free throws. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. I like our chances being able to get that on a card. The other player that we have the options for here are Wendell Green Jr., 13.5 points, 4 assists, a 29.1 fantasy score, and 1.5 3-pointers made. I'm liking these free throws for Jabari and these 3-pointers made for Wendell, as Wendell Green's gonna take he's gonna take way more than 2.
Yeah. Listen, he's gonna pull up from Opelika. So I like Wendell Green on the 3-pointers. He hit 3 in the last game, but he took 10 shots. So the important thing is he's going to have his opportunities during this game, and he's going to make his opportunities during this game as well too.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. And Ole Miss doesn't have bigger guards like some of the teams that we've played recently. So he shouldn't, not that he struggles to get his shot off. He's such a high arcing shooter, but I think he's going to feel more liberty to shoot against a guard that's closer to his height in this game. Then we've got Jabari Smith here. Again, I like what we have for him for the free throws, right? Like, making more than 3 free throws seems like a gimme for him. He has had games, namely when we played Florida, where he wasn't shooting the ball particularly well, but he still went to the free throw line and he still made free throws. So I feel like that's an easy pick to go to as well. You have any other thoughts about Jabari Smith in this game?
Yeah, listen, I think when he's attacking the rim, the only way you're going to stop him sometimes is to foul him. Now, he's 78.5% from the free throw line on the season. So, as you said, he's a pretty good free throw shooter. Once he gets there, I think, Jabari making, 3 free throws in this game, more than 3 free throws in this game is a pretty good bet.
Yeah, so he's got to make at least 4. We do have the opportunity for the push there if he doesn't. So, from what we have here, Now, Mike, you're saying you want to take the under here on rebounds for Nasir. You are going to go over on 3-pointers and over on free throws for Jabari.
100%.
So now the question is, how much do we want to place as on this card in the total entry amount?
I say let's go $20 on it.
Okay. $20 on this.
Yeah, I feel really good about these.
And so the other option here is, do we go with the flex play where we have the option to, one of these being wrong? Or do we go for the power play this time and we need all 3 of them right for the bigger payout?
Click that power play there for us. $20 wins 100. I say let's go with the power play.
All right, we're going to put it all on the line today. $20 power play. Hopefully Auburn is able to go out here and limit Nasir Brooks on the boards. Wendell Green heats up from 3, and Jabari Smith is able to go to the free throw line at least 3 or more times and get us over the hump on those 3 things. So you guys need to be watching the game to make sure that you are keeping track of this stuff with us. All right, I'm going to go ahead and place this entry. It's official. That one's in the books. All right, that's another successful card that we've got placed right here on prizepicks.com. You're listening to your voice right here on the War Report. Hey, prizepicks.com. If you guys decide to go sign up, make sure you hit the link that's right down there in the description so you can sign up with us, and you can use the code Rapport right now on PrizePicks. They are giving you a deposit match up to your first $100. So that means you deposit $100, they'll match it up to $100. You can't beat that. That's free money. You need to go ahead and make sure you're signing up right now. Once you do sign up, make sure you come back to the video and let us know which of the prize picks you decided to go with for your daily fantasy today. Again, you can do that for any sport you want to, but we're talking Auburn basketball today, baby. We're going to get it in. Other than that, you need to be doing the due diligence, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're staying locked in right here with the War Report for all things Auburn sports. As always, War Eagle and War Report out.
War Report out.